I didn't realize everything in like Alabama's like on hills. I didn't realize it was so hilly. Every time you see eucalyptus, you gotta smell it. When it comes to like gardening and plants and stuff, everybody's got different names for everything, so you never really know. Yeah, I always try to say hi to the nursery people when I'm here, just introduce myself, and that way they don't get upset with me when I'm recording video and stuff. I got it in my eye and I thought my eye was gonna burn out. I was on the phone with poison control. They called hurt my leg when I bump up against it. All right, guys, we are at our fourth nursery of the day. We're at Andy's Creekside Nursery down here in Birmingham. Really cool looking place. You go check it out. Hello. Really cool greenhouse. Wow. All about the mums. Tons of mums. The yellow mums. All about start blooming. Decent variety back here. Wow, this is big. I didn't realize everything in like Alabama's like on hills. I didn't realize it was so hilly. Like there's always like stone faces and mountains. Well, I wouldn't call it a mountain, but it's like super hilly. They have a really cool place here. They got the roses. All the pumpkins, man. Big old white pumpkin. Ew. Something's wrong with these. I think something's wrong with these pumpkins. Ugh. I don't know what it does on my front porch. A lot of cool stuff. I've been seeing eucalyptus everywhere. I wonder if eucalyptus does really well here in Alabama. Every time you see eucalyptus, you gotta smell it. You gotta smell the eucalyptus every time you see it. You gotta fall veggies out. Lemongrass. Lemongrass. Lemongrass is supposed to help out with mosquitoes. Some people swear by it. More olives. Tons of olives I've been seeing. I thought this was, I saw this at an earlier nursery. I thought this was crotons. Crotons kind of have, some varieties have this color, but apparently it's different. Gold dust Akuba. Very cool looking. Very cool. They got some camellias back there. That's their regular Akuba. Miss Scarlet Anise, Green Forest Anise. I wonder if that's the same as like a star anise. Japonica. Huh. Cool stuff back here in the shade. Podocarpus. Japanese plum yew. That looks cool. That's pretty cool looking. That's probably, I don't think I've ever seen that before. You never really know. You can't really tell because sometimes you see stuff and you don't really pay attention, and then you pay attention and you start seeing it everywhere. Like, oh, it was there the whole time. I had that happen to me at some nurseries where it'll be one of those things like, oh yeah, everybody has that, but you don't notice it until you go to a nursery and see it, and like, oh yeah, duh, they have it everywhere. Get some figs. Got brown turkey figs. Some Austin pomegranates. Alright. I don't have this variety. I don't need any more pomegranates though. Although my dad might want them. Let's see. Some fruit trees. Red holly. Golden kinks. Chokeberry. Black Tower elderberry. Never heard of that before. Syringia. I might just be seeing it as its name it's supposed to be, but I'm just now seeing it as its like Latin name maybe. When it comes to like gardening and plants and stuff, everybody's got different names for everything, so you never really know. Oh yeah. Got some yuccas. Like how they call this the garden pharmacy. I think high yield is pretty popular all around the South, from what I can tell. A decent pot section. Some big hanging baskets. This is like the third or fourth nursery I've seen them have like the chocolate terracotta. Very cool. We don't see that very often in the Houston area. So, very neat. I'm always a fan of terracotta rather than plastic if applicable, but you know, terracotta and porcelain can be expensive. So I mean, you gotta. That's why I usually, when I go around, I see who's got the cheapest of what, and then go from there. We're in the greenhouse now. Got a lot of cool stuff in here. I'm actually in town from.
Can you help, sir?
Oh, I'm just looking around.
Okay, thank you.
Texas, I do backyard gardening videos. I'm in town for there's a YouTube meetup at Helsham Pass or whatever, over in Jemison, and I'm staying in Clayton. I was like, well, drove in last night. I was like, I gotta find some stuff to do before I go.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I do nursery tours, go around and check stuff out.
Oh, so, thanks. Well, excuse our messes. We're putting up spring and pulling out fall.
No, you're fine. This is beautiful.
Is your YouTube channel?
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok,
I'll go
everything.
subscribe to it.
Awesome.
I watch YouTube all the time.
I'll tag y'all.
Okay, great. My name's Amanda. I do the house plants.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I always try to say hi to the nursery people when I'm here. Just introduce myself, and that way they don't get upset with me when I'm recording video and stuff. Like the whale fins. They look cool. This is a whale fin, and it's huge. It's a big one. So you can do these. So this is a variety of Sansevieria, like a snake plant. But you see how much bigger it is. They are typically pretty easy to propagate, but if you buy them whole, they can be expensive. $40 for one of these. But you can see it's already growing new growth on the bottom. So very cool. I like the whale fins. I'm waiting until I find someone who's got one and I can snag a piece to propagate and buy one, because they're usually about $40 is about right. That's usually what we've seen everywhere for, especially healthy looking ones. Lots of cool stuff. Now this is a pencil cactus. I had a really bad experience with pencil cactus, but because they have latex. So if you handle one of these and you make an incision or you trim it, be careful if you get that white latex on your hand. I got it in my eye and I thought my eye was gonna burn out. I was on the phone with poison control. It was bad. It was not good. So I stick away from them. You can get them. You can get them. Just be careful. I mean, I'd say that I have figs, and figs have latex. So decent, pretty good indoor and succulent variety in here. Got a string of bananas back here. I love string of bananas. They got a string of everything nowadays. Really cool. I mean, most of these places, and I think they do it on purpose so that it's not like a giant eyesore in the middle of the city, but they all look very like tame at the front, and then you walk in and it's way wider in the back. So more place for nurseries, like the actual plants and stuff. But really cool stuff. They got some bonsai stuff here. This looks like is that a ginseng ficus or whatever? This looks like a Japanese blueberry. Those are neat looking. More strings of bananas, strings of pearls. They call them like fish hooks, string of fish hooks sometimes too. They call them everything you can think of. They got string of turtles, they got string of dolphins, they got string of bananas, string of hearts. Everything is a string of something. They get long too. And you can go ahead and you can snip these off. You can tuck them into some soil. They're super easy to propagate. Just takes a little bit. Lots of cool succulents though. I find myself getting more and more into tropicals and succulents. here lately, but I go in phases, and it's cool to find new nurseries, new locations, so that if you're in the mood for something tropical or you want fruit trees or whatever, you know where you can find it. These are always really cool. I don't know what these are called. They're called Hurt My Leg When I Bump Up Against It. Madagascar palm, that's what it's called. And stuff like that, it might be called a Madagascar palm, and it might not even actually be a palm. Like, it might just be called a palm for shorthand. Creeping fig. I'd be sweating through my jacket soon. Oh yeah, more stuff goes over here. More of them crotons. Yeah, you can keep crotons alive for a lot longer than you might think. Crotons are pretty cool. I got a couple of them that I overwintered in the greenhouse. They're doing pretty well. Awesome. Cool stuff. Let's look at these pots over here. I like the assortment of pots. What I'm finding now is you can never have too many pots, especially in various sizes and stuff like that, because I do a lot of transplanting from one pot to the next, and I need something. So it's always a good idea to have them, especially when you can find a good deal. When you find a good deal, it's a really good thing. Fertilome and high yield seem to be the go-to fertilizer and stuff like that here. Let's see. I really like these white terracottas. I really like these a lot. They're really nice. Very pearl-esque. It'd be maybe something cool to do. Some desert roses with like ones that have more color, like a red or like a blackish purple, and one of these will really pop. I think I'm gonna get one of the little ones and one of the big ones. I said I don't see these in the Houston area. I don't see these at all in the Houston area, and I would probably buy them more often if I did see them, but you don't. So best time to get them is when you see them, because you might never find them again. So let's do one final walkthrough and see what else we need. Yeah, Andy's Creekside Nursery. I thought they were Creekside, like associated with the company in Creekside. Apparently they're Creekside because they're beside a creek, which makes sense. But yeah, here in the Birmingham area, this is a really cool place. They got a lot of fall decorations as well. Make sure to come check them out. Super nice people. And see you on the next one.